and welcome here from Barcelona. I'm Marek, Marek Drives, and I'm here with the new Mazda MX-5. It's a static presentation, launch event, so there isn't actually an engine under the bonnet, but I'm going to show you what it looks like anyway. And the engine has been moved behind the front axle, which improves handling. Also, these smaller wheels, 16-inch wheels, they are supposed to, well, improve the fun factor. They're sort of going back to the roots. The first generation Mazda MX-5 was on 13, 14-inch wheels. So this is a step back to the roots. Now the inside, the cockpit is not small. It's not small, so that's all right. Now we have controls that we know from Mazda 3. There is this sort of knob here. Interestingly enough, cup holders were moved from here, where the driver would hit them with his elbow. They were moved here, and from here you can also install them over there. There are no cup holders in the door bins nowadays. There will be, probably optional, speakers in the headrests, which will improve your, music. I don't know, do I have the mic still? Yeah, I have the mic. They will improve your, listening to music and so on. This is a soft top. A hard top is expected to appear probably sometime next year. No, not next year. Next year this car will appear next year, but the hard top, the Coupe Roadster, will probably appear in 2016. I've heard some rumors about a coupe version, but they are not confirmed. And now we'll go to Peter Birtwhistle, the designer of the Mazda MX-5. When did you start planning the ND? Is it called the ND?
Well, the N description is kind of an in-house thing, so people will be referring to this as ND, I guess. So yeah, it'll be called ND. When we started, planning it, I guess, let's think, maybe at least 3-4 years ago. I mean, MX-5, it's a much longer cycle plan as opposed to, you know, other mainstream cars. So, yeah.
What was the biggest challenge when designing this car? Obviously, it has to meet the stricter emissions regulations, safety.
Yeah. I mean, those are the things that stop us actually getting maybe as light as we'd want to be. You know, the priority was to get weight out of the car, but it's not like it was in the days of the NA, where you don't have maybe the kind of the airbags and the side impact kind of stuff. So, you know, there's certain limitations, but lightweight and getting a more compact design were the priorities.
You started working with Alfa Romeo at one stage. What happened to that?
I have no idea. As far as that cooperation is concerned, the fact that there's cooperation with the Fiat Group has been announced, but whatever else is going on, we don't know anything about it. And there's nobody in Hiroshima who will talk about it. You're not aware it's even going on. So how it's happening, I have no idea. There is a contract between Mazda and the Fiat Group, but that's all I know.
It's been a couple of days since the press reveal, so I've heard many opinions that it looks a bit like Honda, it looks a bit like BMW. Mm-hmm. I even heard that it looks a bit like Ferrari. Mm-hmm. When designing this car, were you following the new Mazda design, or was the car supposed to look a bit different?
I think the thing with the MX-5 is, for us, is it's a standalone product, and it's our iconic vehicle, so therefore it doesn't necessarily have to fit in the box where, you know, the 100% Kodo cars are, like we've got now, Mazda 2, 3, 6, these cars. You know, I think for us was to really create a new statement for the MX-5 that just took it a little bit apart from the last 3 generations. I think you can see quite a logical progression from the NA through to NC. But this one we needed to have a little bit more distance, and so that was the thing. And you know, all our designers have obviously got the Kodo thing in their heads now, so some of that is in the car, I guess, in terms of the kind of sharpness of the design, the edginess. But it's not like we didn't want to do like, you know, that front grille treatment like we have on the Mazda 6 or the Mazda 3. We wanted to have something that was a bit closer to the what we recognize as MX-5. Yeah.
Are there any cues of future Mazda design in the MX-5?
No, I don't think there's. You know, we're at Mazda design at the moment are looking into the next generation of vehicles, but this car is not going to influence that. You know, it's.
What about the roof? We've seen the soft top. Are there any plans for a Roadster coupe? And there are some rumors about a coupe.
Can't tell you. I can't tell you. All I can say is when we develop a car, we don't develop a platform just for one car. It's too expensive. That's my answer.
This car has smaller wheels. It's something unusual because usually over the last years cars were being put on bigger rims. What's this going to change? Is it about proportions? Is it about the way how it drives, handles?
It's a little bit to do with trying to capture a little bit of the spirit of the first car. And as you know, I think the first one had an option with, I don't know, 15-inch wheels or 14 maybe. So trying to get a little bit of that spirit. It handles incredibly well apparently on the 16-inch. There will of course be bigger wheel options. So for the fans who prefer a fuller wheelhouse, a bigger wheel, that's there. But we decided, and it was we wanted to send out a clear statement when we had the press release that this car can carry a smaller wheel and look good on it. So there's a bit of a kind of nostalgia, the lightweight image connected to that.
Is there any favorite part of this car? Something that you would say, wow, I'm really proud of it, this is the thing? Or is it just the car as a whole?
I like the attitude of the front end. I think that it has a kind of an aggressive attitude that's you know, past MX-5s have been maybe criticized for being a little bit too kind of gentle, but this looks like a mean kind of, much meaner, more powerful expression. So that front end attitude I think is very nice. I think that's without losing the MX-5 character. Yeah.
And just for the people who don't know, what's the MX-5 character all about?
It's basically about driving fun, open driving fun, fantastic road holding, driving characteristics without having to put, you know, 400 horsepower under the bonnet. This car's not about massive power, it's about adequate power to really give you a fun, you know, wind in the hair driving experience. And that's what it's all about. And that's why I always urge people to drive MX-5s. A lot of people will, you know, fans of sports cars will criticize an MX-5 without even having driven one. But you've got to drive it and feel it. And that comes across in this one even more than the last 3 generations. So that's it.
Thank you very much.
Okay, my pleasure.
And that's all I have for you today here from Barcelona. I'm Marek. Marek drives the new Mazda MX-5. I'm very excited to see it, very excited to drive it. I hope I'll get to drive it soon, probably early 2015. I'll see you next time. Subscribe, rate and comment, and thanks for watching.